Sometimes the line between friendship and love isn't just thin, it's invisible. You spend time with someone, laugh together, share secrets, and talk about everything from your past to your dreams. But deep down, you start to wonder, is this still just friendship? Or is there something more? You notice the way he looks at you when he thinks you're not watching. The way he listens just a little more closely. The way he's always around, always available, always there, even when he doesn't need to be. It's not dramatic. It's not obvious. But it's consistent, subtle, real. That's the tricky part. When someone likes you, they don't always come out and say it. Especially men. Many of them aren't quick to express their feelings openly. They fear rejection, misreading the situation, or ruining a good friendship. So instead of grand gestures or confessions, they leave behind quiet signs. Little emotional footprints you can follow, if you know where to look. And the truth is, love doesn't always begin with fireworks. Sometimes, it starts with a glance that lingers just a little too long. A message sent just to make you smile. A moment of silence that feels heavier than it should. It starts with care. Not just friendly care, but the kind that makes him notice when you're not okay. Even when you're pretending to be fine. In today's fast-moving world, real emotional connection is rare. So when someone starts showing up in small, meaningful ways, it's worth paying attention to. You might be sitting there wondering if you're imagining it, questioning if what you feel is real or just wishful thinking. But the body doesn't lie. The heart shows up, even when the words don't. That's why I've put together this list of 15 subtle signs a man shows when he wants to be more than just your friend. These signs aren't about dramatic confessions or romantic cliches. They're about the everyday moments that reveal the truth. Whether you've known him for years or just a few weeks, if you're starting to feel like there might be something deeper, this list will help you decode his actions. It's time to stop overthinking and start understanding what he's really trying to show you, without saying a word. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's dive into the signs. Because maybe, just maybe, he's been trying to tell you all along. 1. He remembers small details about you. When a man remembers small details about you, it's often a clear sign that he sees you as more than just a friend. Most people don't pay close attention to things that don't matter to them. So when he recalls things like your favorite coffee order, the name of your pet, or a story you told weeks ago, it's because he's truly listening. And more importantly, he cares. This kind of attention shows emotional investment. He's not just hearing your words, he's holding on to them. This behavior usually means you stand out in his mind. You're not just another person in his daily routine. You're someone special. He's thinking about you, even when you're not around. It might come across casually, like him bringing up something you mentioned in passing, but underneath it, there's a strong emotional connection forming. He may not openly express his feelings, but these subtle actions speak louder than words. Men who want more than friendship often try to show they care in ways that aren't too obvious. Remembering the small things is one of the safest and most sincere ways to show that care without risking rejection. It's his way of being present in your world and showing that he values your thoughts, your stories, and your presence. When someone values the little things about you, it's often because they're starting to see the bigger picture, a possible future with you in it. 2. He finds excuses to text or call you often. When a man finds excuses to text or call you often, it's usually a quiet but strong signal that he's interested in more than just friendship. People don't consistently reach out to others unless they feel a genuine connection or desire to be closer. If he's texting you just to check in, share a random thought, or ask a question he already knows the answer to, chances are it's not about the message itself. It's about staying connected to you. These little excuses allow him to maintain regular contact without making his intentions too obvious. He might say something like, "Did you watch that show we talked about?" Or, "I just saw something that reminded me of you." It's not always what he's saying that matters. It's that he wants to keep you in his daily rhythm. These are his ways of keeping the conversation going, keeping your attention, and building a sense of closeness over time. It's also a way for him to test the waters emotionally. He wants to see how you respond, whether you're just being polite or actually interested in talking to him too. If you respond warmly, it encourages him to keep reaching out. Over time, these casual texts and calls become part of a deeper emotional bond. So when he keeps finding reasons to talk to you, even when there's nothing urgent or necessary, it's often his way of saying he wants to be more than just your friend, without saying it directly. 3. He gets a little jealous when you mention other guys. When a man gets a little jealous when you mention other guys, it often reveals feelings he hasn't fully admitted. Maybe not even to himself. Jealousy, even in small amounts, can be a strong emotional reaction that comes from wanting to be more than just friends. If he reacts differently when you talk about another man, maybe he goes quiet, changes the subject, or throws in a sarcastic comment, it's usually not random. It's a subtle sign that the idea of someone else having your attention bothers him. He may not openly express his jealousy because he doesn't want to seem insecure or possessive, especially if you're not officially together. Instead, it might show up in little ways. He might suddenly seem less interested in the conversation, or he may joke about the other guy in a way that doesn't feel entirely light-hearted. His body language may shift. He could cross his arms, avoid eye contact, or tense up without even realizing it. This kind of reaction shows that he sees you as more than just a friend, even if he hasn't told you that yet. It means he values your attention and doesn't like the thought of someone else being close to you in a way he wants to be. Jealousy in this context isn't about control, it's about care, and the quiet fear of losing someone who means more to him than he's let on. 4. He compliments you more than usual. When a man compliments you more than usual, it often reflects feelings that go beyond friendship. Compliments are a natural way for someone to express admiration, but when they become frequent and more personal, it's usually a sign that he's seeing you in a different light. These aren't just casual remarks about your outfit or appearance. They often carry a deeper tone, showing he notices and appreciates you in ways others might not. He may praise things like your laugh, your way of thinking, or how you handle certain situations. These compliments tend to feel more thoughtful and specific, as if he's genuinely paying attention to who you are, rather than just how you look. He might say things like, "You always know the right thing to say," or "You light up a room without trying." These are signs he sees qualities in you that he admires deeply, not just as a friend, but as someone he may want to be more emotionally connected with. Over time, these compliments create a subtle emotional intimacy. He may not yet have the courage to say directly how he feels, but through these kind words, he's building a bridge. It's his way of making you feel special, and also gently testing if you feel the same. When a man starts noticing and expressing admiration more often, it usually means you're standing out in his heart, not just in his eyes. 5. He always wants to spend time alone with you. When a man always wants to spend time alone with you, it's often a clear indication that he's seeking something deeper than friendship. In group settings, friends interact casually and equally with everyone. But when he consistently tries to create moments where it's just the two of you, whether it's grabbing coffee, going for a walk, or hanging out without others around, it usually means he's looking for a stronger, more personal connection. This desire to be alone with you allows him to drop his guard and be more open. It's in these private moments that deeper conversations happen, and emotions can naturally surface. He may feel more comfortable expressing himself, getting to know you on a deeper level, or just enjoying your presence without the noise of others. It's also a way for him to stand out to separate your bond from the group and make it more meaningful. Wanting one-on-one time is also a way for him to gauge how you feel. If you're receptive, it gives him confidence that you might be open to more than just friendship too. These private interactions create emotional closeness, and over time, they can become the foundation for a romantic relationship. When he keeps choosing time with just you, it's rarely accidental. It's because he enjoys your company in a way that goes beyond casual friendship. 6. He makes an effort to look good around you. When a man makes an effort to look good around you, it's a subtle but meaningful sign that he wants to impress you, and that usually means he's interested in more than friendship. People generally care about their appearance in social settings, but when someone consistently steps up their grooming, dresses better, or pays more attention to how they present themselves specifically around you, it often reflects romantic interest. This behavior goes beyond just trying to look presentable. He might start wearing clothes you once complimented, fix his hair before meeting you, or suddenly care more about details like cologne or accessories. These aren't random changes. They're quiet signals. He wants to stand out in your eyes. He may not say it out loud, but he's hoping you'll notice the effort and deep down, be a little more drawn to him. It also shows that he values your opinion and how you see him. He wants to be someone you're proud to be around, someone you might admire or even feel attracted to. Often, men won't directly express these intentions, especially if they're unsure how you feel, so they express it through actions. Looking good around you becomes a form of silent communication, showing that your presence matters and that he's hoping to become more than just a regular friend in your life. 7. He teases you playfully. When a man teases you playfully, it's often a light-hearted way of showing affection and building a deeper connection. Playful teasing is a common behavior when someone likes you but doesn't want to come on too strong. It allows him to create a fun, flirty atmosphere without making things too serious or risky. This kind of teasing isn't meant to hurt or embarrass you. It's gentle, humorous, and usually delivered with a smile or a certain tone that makes it clear he's just having fun with you. Through teasing, he's testing your comfort level, your reactions, and your sense of humor. It's his way of standing out and creating inside jokes or little moments only the two of you share. These moments help build emotional closeness, and they often carry a layer of flirtation underneath the surface. He might tease you about something silly you said, your habits, or even your reactions, all while trying to make you laugh or blush a little. At its core, playful teasing is a sign he's paying attention to the details about you and looking for excuses to interact in a personal way. It creates a push-pull dynamic that often draws people closer. When a man regularly engages with you in this way, it's usually not just for laughs. It's because he feels something more and is slowly trying to create a special bond that goes beyond just being friends. 8. He listens carefully when you talk. When a man listens carefully when you talk, it's a strong sign that he values not just your presence, but your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. In everyday conversations, people often listen just enough to respond. But when someone truly likes you, their focus shifts. He doesn't just hear your words, he absorbs them. He pays attention to the tone of your voice, the meaning behind what you're saying, and even the emotions you might not be expressing directly. This kind of listening shows emotional investment. He's interested in understanding you on a deeper level, not just making small talk. You might notice he brings up things you said days or even weeks ago, things you may have forgotten yourself. That level of attention signals that you matter to him. He's not listening out of politeness or obligation. He genuinely wants to know you better. It also shows respect. By giving you his full attention, he's creating a space where you feel heard and valued, something people rarely do unless they care deeply. When a man consistently listens this way, it's not just about being a good friend. It's often because he sees something special in you and is quietly hoping to build a deeper, more meaningful connection. 9. He notices little changes in your appearance. When a man notices little changes in your appearance, it's often a subtle but powerful sign that he's paying close attention to you. And that usually means his feelings go beyond friendship. Most people don't observe or comment on the small details unless they're emotionally invested. So when he picks up on things like a new hairstyle, different earrings, a change in makeup, or even a new color of nail polish, it shows he's truly looking at you, not just casually, but with interest and care. These observations aren't just compliments, they're indicators that he's tuned in. He's not distracted or half present when he's around you. Instead, he's focused, observant, and engaged. Noticing the small things also gives him a chance to connect with you in a way that feels thoughtful and genuine. He might say something like, "You changed your hair. It looks really good." Or, "Is that a new jacket? It suits you." These comments may seem small on the surface, but they carry weight. They signal that you stand out to him, that he's watching you evolve, and that he likes what he sees, not just on the outside, but as someone he's drawn to more personally. When a man consistently notices the little things, it's rarely just about appearance. It's about how much space you occupy in his thoughts. And that space is usually reserved for someone he sees as more than just a friend. 10. He talks about the future and includes you in it. When a man talks about the future and includes you in it, it's one of the strongest subtle signs that he sees you as more than just a friend. Casual friends may make plans for the weekend or talk about upcoming events, but someone who's interested in something deeper will naturally begin to imagine a longer-term connection, and he'll express it in small but meaningful ways. This might show up in comments like, "We should go there someday," or "Next time we travel, let's try that place." Even if said playfully or hypothetically, these kinds of statements reveal that he's already visualizing you in his future, not just in the moment. He may bring up life goals, personal dreams, or future decisions and ask for your opinion, which shows that he values your thoughts and wants you to be involved. These future-oriented conversations are more than just talk. They're a way for him to explore the idea of a deeper relationship without directly saying it. It's his way of planting seeds, seeing how you react, and building emotional alignment. If you respond positively, it encourages him to open up more. When a man starts consistently talking about the future and you're a part of that vision, it's usually because he's already emotionally attached and quietly hoping that your story together doesn't end with just friendship. 11. He finds ways to touch you casually. When a man finds ways to touch you casually, it's often a physical expression of emotional closeness, one that suggests he's interested in more than just friendship. These touches aren't aggressive or inappropriate. They're light, subtle, and usually feel natural in the moment. It could be a quick touch on your shoulder when he laughs, a gentle hand on your back as you walk through a door, or a playful nudge during a joke. While small, these gestures are often intentional. Physical contact is one of the strongest non-verbal ways to build connection. When he initiates touch, even in small ways, it usually means he's comfortable with you, and he's hoping you feel the same. It also shows a desire to reduce the emotional distance between you. These brief casual touches allow him to gauge your reaction. If you seem to respond positively or don't pull away, it reassures him that there may be space to deepen the bond. Touch can also help him stand out from others in your life. While friends may keep physical boundaries, someone who wants to be more than a friend will often look for ways to create a sense of closeness through light, respectful contact. These moments might not seem like a big deal on the surface, but they often carry quiet emotional weight. When a man consistently initiates a casual, caring touch, it's a strong unspoken sign that he's hoping to take the relationship beyond the friend zone. 12. He laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. When a man laughs at your jokes, even the bad or silly ones, it's often more than just politeness. It's a reflection of genuine affection and a desire to connect with you. Humor is a powerful bonding tool, and when someone is interested in you romantically, they tend to be more engaged and responsive to your sense of humor, no matter how simple or awkward the joke might be. His laughter isn't necessarily about how funny the joke actually is. It's about making you feel good, encouraging you, and showing that he enjoys your presence. Even if your joke doesn't land perfectly, he still smiles or laughs because he wants to support your moment. This reaction is often instinctive. It's his way of reinforcing a positive atmosphere between the two of you and building emotional closeness. People naturally laugh more around those they like or feel drawn to. It's a subconscious way of signaling comfort, warmth, and emotional openness. When he reacts this way often, especially when others don't, it usually means he's more tuned into you than to the joke itself. In his eyes, it's not about how clever your humor is. It's about the fact that you're the one saying it. That alone makes it worth laughing at. So when he consistently laughs at even your not-so-great jokes, it's a subtle but sweet sign that he's interested, and that he wants you to know you're fun, charming, and someone he truly enjoys being around. 13. He's always available when you need him. When a man is always available when you need him, it's a strong indicator that he cares deeply, likely more than just as a friend. While friends are supportive, someone who consistently makes time for you, even when it's inconvenient, is showing a different level of emotional investment. He doesn't just help when it's easy, he shows up when it matters, when you're upset, stressed, or simply in need of someone to talk to. This kind of reliability often reveals what he might not say out loud. Actions speak louder than words, and his constant presence in your life shows that you are a priority to him. Whether it's a late-night call, a ride when you're stuck, or just checking in after a tough day, he's showing up without needing to be asked. That's not casual kindness, that's quiet devotion. It also means he wants to be seen as someone you can count on, someone who matters in your world. He wants to be your go-to person, and that's often because he's hoping to play a more meaningful role in your life. While he may not confess his feelings directly, his willingness to be there, consistently and selflessly, is his way of expressing affection and possibly love. It's in these moments of quiet support that the strongest emotions are often revealed. 14. He gets nervous when you're close. When a man gets nervous when you're close, it's often a sign that he's feeling something deeper than friendship, but hasn't figured out how to express it. Nervousness in this context usually shows up in small, subtle ways. Maybe he fidgets with his hands, avoids too much eye contact, or struggles to find the right words when you're standing nearby. These behaviors often come from a mix of excitement and vulnerability. Being around someone he likes makes him more self-conscious because he cares about how you see him. Unlike relaxed behavior with just any friend, nervous energy suggests emotional tension, the kind that comes from attraction. He might act differently than usual when you're close, more careful with his words, more aware of his actions, or even slightly awkward in an endearing way. His body language may betray him, even if he's trying to stay calm. That's because being near you raises the emotional stakes for him. This nervousness isn't a weakness, it's a quiet compliment. It means you have an effect on him. Your presence matters to him more than you might realize, and while he may try to play it cool, those little signs of anxiety usually hint at feelings he's keeping just below the surface. Often, it's not about what he says, it's about how his body reacts when you're close. That quiet tension speaks volumes about how much he actually feels. 15. His friends tease him when you're around. When his friends tease him when you're around, it's usually a strong, indirect sign that there's something more going on beneath the surface. Friends often pick up on romantic feelings before the person himself is ready to admit them, and teasing becomes their way of pointing it out. both to him and to you. These playful remarks or inside jokes are rarely random. They're based on what his friends have seen. Maybe the way he talks about you when you're not there, how he looks at you, or how much time he wants to spend with you. You might notice them giving him knowing looks, nudging him when you say something cute, or jokingly asking if the two of you are a thing. These moments are light-hearted on the surface, but they often reveal that his friends see the connection and want to call attention to it. Importantly, how he reacts to the teasing can say a lot. If he smiles, blushes, or tries to laugh it off, it often means he's flattered, and maybe even hoping you catch on. This kind of teasing is usually a mix of encouragement and exposure. His friends might be trying to help him open up, or they might simply enjoy watching the tension play out. Either way, it's rarely just about humor. When his circle treats your presence as something special or different, it's because they know, or strongly suspect, that he sees you as more than just a friend.